This is The Whole Traveler, and I'm Jeffrey Gard, and I'm gonna give you the dish on the American Express Centurion Lounge in Terminal 4 at JFK Airport, New York City. Coming up. You don't want to miss it. Welcome to The Whole Traveler. I'm gonna give you my inside experience into the Amex Centurion Lounge in JFK's Terminal 4. And if you're like me, if you are a traveler, if you're someone who loves to travel, you know the importance of having access to airport lounges. So who can use the lounge? Let's get that out of the way. If you are an American Express Platinum card holder or a business Platinum card holder, you can use the lounge. If you have Delta Sky Reserve, American Express Delta Sky Reserve credit card, you can use the lounge. And if you are an American Express Centurion card holder, you can use the lounge too. That is the black card that is invitation only, meaning they invite you to apply. And I think that with my 62 cents in the bank, I'm not gonna be getting an invitation anytime soon. Where is the lounge? So you exit security, go left. And what you're gonna do is, as you walk left, look above, you'll see yellow signs that will say Amex Centurion Lounge, Etihad Lounge. That's where also the new Sapphire, Chase Sapphire Lounge is, and like a Rolex watch next to it. You're gonna keep walking down that hallway. On the right of that hallway, you'll see American Express wallpaper with like the faint American Express branding on it. It's really pretty. And then that will give way to white marble tile mosaic with the Centurion Lounge logo, and it'll be beautiful and you will have found sanctuary. The minute I walked into the lounge, the first thing that hit me was the aromatherapy. They have this very wonderful smelling aromatic fragrance. I mean, maybe it has like a ton of carcinogens in it, but you know what? I'm good with it at that point. It smelled so good. It took my mood from here and it brought it all the way down. And the gate agents were like, "Hi, welcome. So nice to have you." They were so sweet, so nice, so much nicer and so much sweeter than typical airline club lounge personnel. Like, I don't like the attendants at airline lounges now have become like the new hostesses of IT restaurants. Have you noticed that? Is it just me, or have you noticed that? Like, they all have that smug kind of look that like, you're not getting in. There's no way he qualifies. Like, please scan your ticket. And then you scan it and it turns green. Like, welcome. Enjoy the club. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but the American Express folks were so sweet, so nice, and I really appreciated that. So kudos to their front desk folks, because y'all are making people feel welcome, and I personally love that. I hate snooty people. I don't know, doesn't need to be. So I walk down the hall, it's like wood paneled, it's a beautiful entryway, just very posh, makes you feel special. Walk down the wood panel and then bam, hits you. People everywhere. Oh my God. It's not like the advertising where you look at the advertisements or the influencers and the rooms are empty and the furniture looks brand new. Everything's hotel ready. Everything's glistening and creamy amber lights, and it just looks like paradise. No. You got people sprawled out on chair. Everybody everywhere. People everywhere. But here is the reality. It is like that everywhere. I have been to so many different lounges at this point. I mean, why do you think I only have 62 cents in my bank account? Because I'm flying all the time. Use these lounges. They are packed to the gill. Here's how it works. You have like 3 or 4 flights that have like in and around the same departure times, right? So it brings in all of those people into the lounge at the same time. And then what happens is when their call time comes up, they all leave en masse, and then suddenly the lounge is like empty for like 10, 15 minutes, and then you got another horde or crush of people coming in. And that's how the lounges work. That's how all of them work. So it's never gonna be this super exclusive experience where you have just a handful of people. The only time it's like that is December 25th. Every single time I have ever flown out somewhere on December 25th, the clubs are paradise. They are empty. They're like, there's literally like 2 or 3 people besides myself and my husband. It is so nice. If you can travel on the 25th, I highly recommend it. It is such a great experience. I love it. But this time around, the Amex Lounge was feeling it with people. People were everywhere. So, but that's just a reality, so I can't ding American Express for that, because I can go to the Sky Club Lounge and it's the same deal. It was the same deal because I did go to that lounge. The Virgin's Upper Class Lounge is gonna be the same deal. It's gonna just be packed. Packed. So expect that. Here's the thing I disliked the most about the American Express Lounge was that they tout having an Equinox room in the lounge where you can, I guess, do yoga and meditation and something like you put something almost like a sleeping bag that does pressure points, or I don't know what it does. But that room was broken, or it was locked, closed because of repairs that were needed. The first thing I have to ask is, like, if you're flying, do you really want to do some kind of workout, or do you really want to do yoga? I don't know. I don't want to do yoga. I don't want to work up a sweat, and then have to take a shower or have to wait in line for a shower. I don't even think they have showers there. I didn't check that. Sorry. But my point is, instead of making that an Equinox room, why don't you just turn that into another gathering space, because there's so many people. Just turn that in, just throw some couches in there, a nice rug, and make it like a gathering space that families or hordes of people who are traveling together can get together and just kind of hang out in. That was really annoying. And then the other thing that I didn't like about the Amex Lounge was that there's parts of it where there's like these long alleyways that feel very tight. Like on the left-hand side, you have the couches, the lounge spaces, and on the right-hand side, you have the drink bars, and then you have the buffet, and then a little cantina cafeteria area. But it all just feels very tight. I wasn't crazy about that. It wasn't like a deal breaker, but the good thing about that is that when you sit down in those lounge areas, you are treated to the most incredible views. They're floor to ceiling glass, so it creates an airy space and you don't feel like you're suffocating. You don't feel claustrophobic. So that's a huge plus. And then they have a downstairs space that basically mimics the upstairs space, except downstairs they have a little bit more nooks, and they have 2 other things that upstairs doesn't have. First, they have the Centurion members only area. So you walk down and you're like, oh, all this space, and then you hit the Centurion members only, and then everybody turns around and looks at you smugly like, oh, look at the little platinum people. Hey, babies, wave to the babies. Hey. Now get away. So you gotta go because you're not Centurion. It's so funny how like an exclusive place has other layers of more exclusivity, right? The other thing that they have is the speakeasy, and this is one of probably the reasons why you'd want to use the Amex Lounge over the Sky Club Lounge. The speakeasy, it was closed at the time that I was using it, but it was getting ready to open up. It's a bar, and it's like wood paneled, but it is so chill. Like, it's dark and like cloth, they're like beautiful cloth and banquettes. It really is, it's dark and it's cozy. And if you are one of those folks who really needs to kind of just chill, like you really need a lot of chill time before you get on the plane, this is the place. So the food was actually very good, and this is a huge plus for American Express. They do food really, really well. If you go there and you have meals, or if you have a family to feed, it's really high class, good quality, good ingredients, good food. Much better than the airline food, airport food that you would get at the vendors. And obviously cheaper than if you go to a restaurant at an airport, right? You go to a restaurant for 4 people, it's like you come out $250 poorer. And that's not gonna fly with me because I just got 62 cents, so I need that lounge food. If you see me at one of these lounges, do not be surprised if I'm walking around with a plate that has like a mountain of food. don't be surprised. And don't be surprised if you see me going to the buffet 5 times. Because I am not ashamed to eat like a poor person who does not know where his next meal is coming from, because the reality is, if you travel enough times, you know this, you don't know when your next meal is coming. That's right. Airlines have become so smart in wanting to feed their passengers before they get on the plane, because if they feed you, you're not going to be hangry. You're not going to be like all agitated and all, cranky and nasty. Chances are you're going to be like me. You're going to be feeling like a beached, bloated whale, like just wanting to be hoisted onto the seat. And that's me. That is my objective. Like when I get to the boarding area, I want to be so fat and bloated that all I want to do is just lie down. Because the reality is that you don't know if we're going to be taxiing for 20 minutes or 2 hours. You don't know if there's going to be turbulence that slows down the food service. And when you do get the food service, you may not like it. And also, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the food, you get like this much food. Seriously, like the filet mignon is like a bite. Everything is like small portioned. So, and I'm on a forever hour flight. I had JFK to Lima, and that was 8 hours. And then from Lima to Buenos Aires, it was like another, I think, 4.5 hours. I had like 12 hours. So I was in eat mode. You know what I'm saying? And American Express has really good food. We hit the breakfast time. They had like waffles. They had all these different kinds of eggs with spinach in it, and they had sausages. They had warm food. They had cold food. They had cereals. They had fruits, fruit juices, coffees. They even had alcohol. So if you want your Bloody Mary, your mimosas, they got all that too. And then they had seltzer water. So everything that you would want, beer, everything that you would want is available. The American Express staff has hands down some of the best customer service people in the business, and their people were running 5 stars at that lounge. I saw folks coming and taking plates, cleaning promptly, constantly wiping down the high traffic food areas, constantly restocking, and doing it all in ways that made them almost kind of like invisible, like they weren't in the way either. That takes a lot of work, and that takes a lot of skill, and those folks do it exceptionally well. I definitely recommend the American Express Lounge for a variety of different reasons. Like I just mentioned, their customer service is top-notch. Their food is top-notch. The lounge spaces are a little tight, but honestly, they're very relaxing. It's a great place to just lounge and charge up your devices, as well as go on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi worked really well. Nice, fast, smooth. Can't ask for more. And the views are really good. So what's also really convenient about American Express Centurion Lounge is that it's equidistant from Concourse A and Concourse B. So if you're flying out of Gate A on Terminal 4 or through Gate B on Terminal 4, you're fine with the Amex Lounge. It's equidistant to both. So yeah, those are the things about Amex I really like. I would highly recommend it. Do I think it's worth the money that you have to pay to get Amex Platinum? Absolutely. I love my Amex Platinum card. There's so many perks and benefits. Not only do you get into the Centurion lounges, but you get into the Sky Club lounges, and you also get a priority pass access too. Aside from hotel credits and New York Times credits and Netflix credits, you get all these really amazing perks and benefits with the Amex Platinum card, which I highly recommend. And this is not an affiliate link. It should be, because I only got 62 cents in the bank and I need to get paid, but there it is. So if you like this video, remember I'm poor, so please like, please subscribe, please help me out if you want to see more of these. All right. Safe travels. Take care.